Hey everybody, it's Mr. Buro from Staten Tech, and today I'm going to be doing a demo on Revit to show you how to put a floor and a ceiling in. Now I'm only going to be showing you how to place a floor and place a ceiling and choose from the default options that are in Revit. And in a later video, we'll be talking about materials, and using materials, you'll be able to change all of the details about a floor, like maybe what type of wood it has, or if it's a different type of carpet. All types of ceramic tiles, changing the color of the tiles, the finish of the floor from maybe being very glossy to satin finish, and a lot of the special details that are always available in Revit. But for now, again, I'm just going to show you how to create a floor and choose between the options that are available, and also create a ceiling. First, I want to bring your attention to the fact that I'm in a 3D view showing a building that is a one-story building with no floor and no ceiling. I'll quickly bring you to the elevation view just to show you that there's a level 1 and a level 2 marker. And again, back to 3D, even with the hidden view being shown, there's nothing here except for the stuff that's inside the house. Okay, so let's just go to the regular level 1 view. This is going to be set to the, actually we'll set it to consistent colors for now. And we'll do the floors first. I'm going to select floor from the menu. It's the normal floor. I'm going to check out the options that we have available. We're not going to be offsetting it all. And it says to extend into wall to core. That's okay to leave set. As you can see, we've entered sketch mode. And most of what you see is being grayed out. And the default floor that they have set for me is the wood truss floor. The wood truss or joists are what the floor structure is made out of, but the surface, what you're going to see, is either going to be a carpet finish, wood finish, or a ceramic tile finish for this normal stuff that's built into Revit. And then we have some other things like a concrete and stuff with a metal top, and then generic floor types. Choose between these 3 floor types for your interiors for now. And again, at a later time, I'll show you how to create a perfect custom floor without very much effort. Let's go with the wood floor for now. And I'm going to zoom in to my drawing here. I'll make sure that I'm on a fine detail. And when I lay down the floors, because of the way the walls are and things like that, I'd like to make sure the floors are snapped to the cores of the center of the cores. So for a room that's rectangular, that's no problem. I can just choose a rectangular floor. And I'm going to go ahead and snap to here and here. I have the ability to lock it down. I don't think that's necessary right now for flooring, so I'm just going to hit check. Okay, so there's my wooden floor here. I'm going to also place a wooden floor in the kitchen. Whoops, I picked ceiling. I like to draw with rectangles when we're doing this because I could be very exact as to where it lands. You could trust Revit a little bit and ask it to snap to existing walls. That should be fine, but for now, I'm just going to do it like this. Hit the check, and you can see I have a nice wood floor there. Now I'm going to create a floor that would be carpeted for the living room and bedroom. And remember, I'm going to snap onto that core boundary, and I'm going to go right through to the corner of the bedroom. Even though it's a different room, since it's definitely going to have the same floor, I can do it like that. And if I wasn't happy with that, later on I can go ahead and change it. So now what's left is the bathrooms. I'll choose floor here again and pick the ceramic tile version, rectangular, and I will snap it to those corners. If I wasn't doing a rectangular snap, it'd be no problem. If I were to redraw this one over here, I'll just delete it. I can pick a line and do the same thing. So snap to that core, to this core, there, here, and just close it up. Let's take a look at what that's looks like in 3D. There they are. You can see the two wooden floors, the carpet floor, and the two ceramic tile floors. In fact, I actually messed up because the closet probably should also have a carpet floor, not a ceramic tile floor. So let me go quickly edit that. And that is a matter of being able to select this floor, which sometimes is a little difficult. There we go. And I'll edit this boundary by drawing a line over here. And then taking this and stretching it over. And then edit this boundary and doing the same thing. That was a quick fix. As you can see, it's all set. Let's check what the place looks like from the bottom. That looks pretty good. They all sort of look like they're up against each other. There's a little bit of a gap here, so we can investigate why that gap is there. Which actually doesn't seem to be that way in 3D. I think the gap is really caused by the thickness of the floor, actually. This floor is the carpet, which happens to be 12 inches thick. So that there really is no gap. It's just that one floor comes down lower than another. I want you to notice that the thickness of the floor actually goes downward below the level. And that's what it's supposed to. The surface area of this floor, the surface of the floor, is indeed level with the level markers, as you can see. But the thickness of the floor goes downward. And the reason for that is that even though the level is 10 feet high, the distance from floor to ceiling must be around 8 feet for standard. So it's really no problem when we see something like this. If I click onto a floor, we could review some of the options that are here. We could have the level that it's hosted on, of course, is level 1. Its height offset from the level base, which is going to be 0. It's room bounding, which means it can be used to define a room in the future if you'd like. Is it a structural floor? We're not really worrying about that right now, so you could leave that unchecked. There's some dimensions and things like that. There's another set of information, and that's pretty much it. If you want to look at the detail of a floor, you can go ahead and hit Edit Type, and then this is the area where you would go ahead and duplicate it and create custom floors if you like. The thickness is grayed out over here, but if you want to see how that thickness is created, you just go into this particular area. And this right here, this material, is where you go ahead and change the actual material. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of structural things over here. There's the plywood top and the wooden joists coming together to be 10 inches. And then, of course, the 3/4 inch oak floor on top. So again, all of this can be changed, customized as much as you like, but don't ever worry about the thickness of the floor because it's supposed to have a thickness and it is always going to be laid down at the proper level. So the last thing we're going to look at today is ceilings. There is a dedicated ceiling plan inside the project browser. Please make sure you're looking at it. It's going to make a big difference for what you do. This is always going to be much simpler. And I want you to also notice that when you choose to make a ceiling, you have very few options here. We have this ACT ceiling system, which If you're familiar with drop ceilings or tiled ceilings, that's what this is. 2x2 would be a square 2 foot by 2 foot tiled ceiling, and 2x4 is going to be the rectangular tiled ceiling. So I will go ahead and pick the regular ceiling, the white ceiling, which is called the GWB, that's gypsum whiteboard or sheetrock ceilings. So I'll click that, and as you can see, it's based on level 1 but offset 8 feet. And it's set to automatic ceiling or sketch ceiling. If I pick automatic ceiling, you can see it's kind of like shooting all through all this part. It's not really what I want. I will allow it to automatically create a white ceiling here. And how about here, and here, and here, and inside the bedroom. But I'm going to go to sketch ceiling and choose to make a rectangular ceiling with this ACT 2x4 system here. And use line segments for that. And as you can see, the system is just like the floors. And then I'll do another one that is going to be rectangular with the 2x2 ceiling. Put that over here. This is not really standard for what I do, but I do want to show everybody how it works. Okay, let's take a look at that in 3D. It's not really going to be something spectacular to look at. So if I take a look at this particular view, you can see from the height of level 2 is 10 feet. But if you look inside, these ceilings are 2 feet lower because they're base offset 8 feet from the ground. Let's take a look at what that looks like in Enscape. So here's Enscape. I'm going to drop down to this level over here. Remember, there's no lights inside the house, so this is going to look a little awkward. But if I walk inside the kitchen, you can see the tiled 2x2 ceiling. And inside here, you see the rectangular 2x4 ceiling. And then inside here, we have that gypsum whiteboard ceiling, which is a more natural type ceiling. On the floor inside the bathroom, we have this very, very institutional ceramic tiling. We have the wooden floor inside the entranceway and the kitchen, and the carpeted floor inside the living room, bedroom, and the very, very tiny closet. Whiteboard ceilings in the bedroom and in the closet. And again, inside this living area, we have the 2x4 tile ceiling and the 2x2 tile ceiling in the kitchen. Very, very nice looking and surprisingly bright because of the windows. Enscape is really good for taking a look at your model as it's in progress. There's the tops of the ceilings, as you can see. Doesn't really matter what it looks like on top, because right now I'm looking at the 2 feet of space in between the ceiling and what would either be the roof or the floor above. Go back to Revit. That should be it. Again, don't settle for what's here. You're going to want to customize the floors and ceilings quite a bit. Look for another video detailing that process as far as changing the materials and duplicating the ceilings and duplicating the floors to create your very custom floor and ceiling that fits your home. That's about it. Good luck, and thank you very much.